The first Halloween long before the costumes and candy, before carved pumpkins glowed on porches, there was Samhain, the night the walls between the living and the dead grew thin. It began in a small village on the edge of a cold, endless forest. The harvest had failed. The air was sharp with rot, and the elders whispered that the dead were restless. To protect themselves, the villagers lit great bonfires and placed offerings of food and blood at their doors. But one child, Maeve, asked what no one dared. What happens if the dead aren't pleased? That night, when the moon was a slit of bone, she followed the flickering shadows to the edge of the fields. She saw them, figures made of smoke and ash, wearing the faces of the dead, drifting toward the firelight. The villagers trembled, too afraid to run. The spirits stopped before Maeve. Their leader, tall and hollow-eyed, spoke in a voice that sounded like the wind through graves. "You took our land. You buried your dead here, but never asked us to rest." Maeve knelt and asked, "What do you want?" The spirit reached into the fire and pulled out a coal still burning red. It pressed it into a carved turnip and handed it to her. "Each year," it whispered, "light this flame. Feed the dark. Remember us, or we will come to remind you." When dawn came, the fields were black and the villagers were gone. Only Maeve remained, clutching the glowing turnip. She wandered to the next village and told them her story. They laughed, but that night, they carved their own lights too. And every year since, when the air turns cold and the nights grow long, we wear masks to hide from the dead and light our pumpkins to keep the dark away. Because somewhere, Maeve still walks, her lantern burning, leading the forgotten back home.